They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, Kimby, throw your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. And check the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we pull the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore. From Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
To get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work in mama house.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, the curtain falls.
Let's go. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry, waiting.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The drive starts with a run by White. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll run for it. This is White. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Okay, ready? Go,
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Pierce now up the middle. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number? Let's say 200 plus.
Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. So it takes him just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Packers at 9-7 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season back in Week 9. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. To throw is Wilson. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep to return is Lynn Bowden. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Lions will take over.
Ready up. And Michael. Ready.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 28th touchdown, drawing...
Let's go. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The 4th bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the 1st round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it. AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. You seen the making of star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the first. Am the first. The first. Next level. I'm coming for everything. Everything. I am the first. Remember me.
Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid, ayy. Y'all heard know I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bout it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a shit that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take the pauses if you talking shit to me. I just be having my way. Only came out with a pay till I say. Urge you wanna be. Don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Let's stop talking that on your hip. If you ain't gonna rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dameon Pierce with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on second down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down. I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Tua. Open man here, the tight end Henry. Touchdown, Detroit. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Got it.
Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's the gain of 14 yards. And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Good job right there.
On first down, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Give to Pierce. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. You got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yellow, one. Steal, check, steal.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. Down to about the 37. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Here we go.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Touchdown, Detroit! Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Hey, 0-0-0. Touch 50, touch 50.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 70 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. They can repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
38.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Hey,
5 yards remain on second down.
Hey, hold here.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Some people playing defense in this one is looking to get good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. The Packers at 9-7 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
The last one was a bit of a nail-biter, a 3-point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
The slot man in motion right. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner...
Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dameon Pierce with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
At the Packers' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, check mega. Hey.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Strike. Check strike. Hey.
They'll run for it with Pierce. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Hey, cross field. 43 rail. Black walk.
Another carry for Pierce. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dameon Pierce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions just continue to roll. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Slot man moves right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, 27 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. The drive will start with an option going left. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check pink.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 22. 98 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. And I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Opposite, green. Check smash.
They go again with Pierce. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run here with Pierce. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Striker, 3-3. Ultra. Go ultra.
Here's Pierce. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hunter Henry. from 3 yards out. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
In motion left goes a tight end.
19.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Play action. Now Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
129 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And he's got some space here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. From the 5, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Pierce. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Dameon Pierce, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On the move to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Throwing is Wilson. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
36 power.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. O.J. Howard with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
52 plastic. Check right. Right, 97.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the counter, here's Williams. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready? Little check.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Give left side for Pierce. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. Quick, yellow. Strike, strike.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Tua going to throw. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. 5. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On play action, here's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the
Party wanna come to town. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit.